Hey everyone, it's Dianna from Diapers and Doctorates, where we do the most, we accomplish absolutely everything. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 4 reasons Christmas is so important to me, like why Christmas is important. And some of them are going to be your usuals. And I think though my reasons are a little bit different and they become a little bit more complex. So if you're interested in this video, keep watching.
Welcome to Diapers and Doctorates.
So number 1, for me as a Christian, my faith is centered to Christmas. And so it's not just about decorating, it's actually about the promise of salvation and the promise of this child that was prophesied to come. And so for me, I really like to center my faith during Christmas, and I like to celebrate the coming of Christ. It's not just that we go to church, or I guess this year we'll be watching church, but it's also about the fact that there's the Advent season and the lighting of the candles and the telling of the stories. And also when I was growing up, we had Christmas plays every single year. You were required to participate. You were in the choir. You were doing a speech. You were in the play. You were at church for rehearsal, and you better not sound bad either. And so I grew up Baptist, which is a little bit different than, the faith tradition that I'm in now. I'm now in the Methodist denomination, the African Methodist Episcopal Church, which is a little bit different, which I can do a video on that some other day if you guys want to. But for me, Christmas is so important because of the gift of salvation. So I would say it's the second most important holiday in the Christian calendar, with the first, of course, being Easter. But my faith is the center of why Christmas is so important to me. Number 2, for me, family is so important. I know that sounds very cliche, but I'm going to explain why it's a little bit more complex for me. So to all of my military members that are out there, hello. I am actually a veteran of Operation Enduring Freedom and Inherent Resolve. And so I deployed a couple of years ago. Well, not a couple of years ago. It's been like 6 years now. And it feels almost like yesterday, just thinking about it, all the memories. I had an amazing deployment, but it was amazing in some very tragic ways as well. So my grandfather actually passed when I was there. And so that was the first Christmas that I didn't have both of my grandparents. And I would say it wasn't that I was so much more close to my grandfather, but I had him longer, and I also took care of him for quite some time. And so with that being said, it was a little bit harder for me to be by myself. But the blessing of that was that I did have such a great support system while I was deployed. And also my family back home, they checked on me, they joked with me. We would FaceTime, Skype. And so it was really special. They would send me cards. I had, church members that sent me cards. So it was really, really sweet. Miss Erlene Duncan sent me a card. I'll never forget that. But when you're not with your family, and I know a lot of people are not with their family this year due to COVID, I just want to encourage you, find something that you can do for yourself, but also find joy in the little things, because, you could be deployed. You could, literally be away from your family being shot at. I didn't come under hostile fire. But I will say that, it's still a little bit of a different experience when you are separated. And we didn't have Zoom back then. We had Skype, and that could be spotty. FaceTime, that was a little spotty too sometimes. So I will say that, it was a great experience, but at the same time, I really appreciate my family and really appreciate being with them during the holidays. So that's number 2. All right, so number 3, I think this is, another popular one, but food. Y'all, food is so important. And I am a Southern girl. So Whether, it's at church we're having food, whether it's at home, whatever, food is so important. And so, sometimes we'll do, lamb, especially during Easter, we'll do lamb, but ham, turkey, sweet potato, souffle, macaroni and cheese. And I'm the one that makes the macaroni and cheese, okay? Actually, speaking of which, I need to get that together. But macaroni and cheese, and my family is really, really tight. So, and Melanie has Christmas. We have the fish fry. We're not going to have it this year, obviously. But, and Daphne has New Year's. And then my aunt's birthday is on the 30th. And so, we're just celebrating the whole entire time. So I'm at my house. Then I'll go to my cousin's house, my Melanie's house. Then, it's just a blast. It is so much fun. And so I love family. My love language is acts of service. And so I just love being able to make people's plates and serve and, see people light up when they taste my food. I'm not a cake maker. That's Brittany. Brittany can make a cake, okay? My aunt can make the cake too, but Brittany has been, she can tangle and twist a few recipes, okay? She makes an excellent sweet potato cupcake, and at some point I'm gonna have to ask her for one. But anyway, the point is, I love the holidays because of food. So yeah, number 3 is food. All right, and number 4, I have to say that this is something that is really important to me and what Christmas means to me. Christmas, really, it means a bit of a break. It means that I can kind of let my hair down. I can just rest. And I think it's really important that we rest, especially during this day and age. We're always going. We're always trying to be seen. We're always trying to be somewhere. One thing that this pandemic has probably taught so many people is that you don't have to go everywhere. You don't have to be everywhere. Sometimes you can just be at home and you can rest. And so for me, being in school for so many years, I went straight through for my PhD. Not my PhD. I went straight through school for my bachelor's and my master's. I did take a break, but during that time, I, had a lot of military training and deployed and all of that. And so, especially now, and then I went back for my PhD. I went back for more. And so I always looked forward to Christmas time because I could rest and I could really enjoy, I think, one of the qualities of the Christmas season, which is peace. And it's not just peace on earth to, just because, we're decorating and we're having fun. Really and truly, the spirit of peace, shalom, I do pray, is over your home, no matter what your circumstance is, no matter what you have faced this year, you're still here. I believe truly that God still sees you, God is still with you, God is still present, and God still answers. And so I just want to inspire you to seek peace, whatever that looks like this season. I encourage you to find it. Maybe it's curling up with a book. Maybe it's curling up and watching a movie with some apple cider, whatever the case may be. You may not be able to get to your family or visit your loved ones right now if you're deployed. I know how difficult that is if you are, out of the country and can't get back in or get back out, whatever the case may be. My heart goes out to you, and if nobody else loves you, know that God loves you during the season and that He is the reason for the season. Jesus is the reason for the season. So I wish you all peace. I wish you all happiness. I wish you all prosperity in the midst of a pandemic, and that you have a wonderful Christmas. So with that being said, those are my 4 reasons that Christmas is so important to me, or what Christmas means to me. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've liked what you've been seeing so far with the Vlogmas, please let me know. And please let me know what you would like to see later. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you are just joining Vlogmas, please go check it out. So I would love to have you in the cohort. Y'all be blessed, be good, and be merry.